Hey everybody, I'm back and I've got some super exciting content to talk about today. So this company, KetchBeauty, reached out to me and they have these devices called IPL handsets. And IPL means intense pulsed light. And it's very similar to laser hair removal and the intense pulse light treatments that you can receive in dermatologist clinics. However, it's made for at-home use and it's supposed to reduce the cost for people like us. Specifically, they are focused on providing good products and good resources for transgender folks and the LGBTQ community overall. However, they reached out to me because I'm a trans woman, of course, and hair removal is such an important part of our transition for the most part that they wanted to, be able to ease our access to that by reducing cost and helping to spread the message to someone with a trans audience. So here I am doing just that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how it works. So again, it's like laser where it emits a bright flash, and in that process the light from the flash is absorbed by the melanin in the hair cells, and that pigment allows for that energy to be turned into kind of heat, and it turns the hair follicles kind of dormant almost. They don't necessarily die and fall out, but go into a resting phase. And so the root gets separated from the cell wall, and if you continue to do this over time, you see the roots fall out after treatment, and it cannot always lead to permanent results. However, you can get pretty great hair removal results where you won't have to shave as frequently, which is a huge plus. So I've had a lot of success with getting some laser treated areas, and for that reason I was curious to try this out. So I'm going to be testing it on my armpits. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how it goes. I figure I'll just keep making some update videos as we go through that testing process. So I also wanted to talk a bit about who it's for, who it's not for, and the website goes a bit into that more. So I wanted to pull that up so I can read it explicitly. And I have it right over here. It says you should avoid IPL device treatments if you have tattoos on target areas, very dark skin, red, white, blonde, or white facial hair, and body hair, pregnant, breastfeeding. If you're on Accutane, which I've done before, it is not fun, but amazing results. If you have a history of skin cancer, if you have a history of seizures, flashing can be bad for that. If you're using blood thinners, or if you have an open wound or a sore on the area that you're trying to treat. So again, all of those things are kind of exclusionary criteria that if you meet those aspects, those qualifiers, maybe you should consider not using IPL device treatments. That said, I also wanted to talk a little bit just about what skin and hair looks like in terms of what can be treated. And so they have this cool little chart right here, and I'll just let you guys take a quick look at that. And it kind of lets you see what skin tones work well with the IPL, as well as what hair tones are the most responsive and which ones don't seem to have much of a response. So again, that's all according to KetchBeauty and what is on their website, so you can find all of that easily there, but here it should be a nice, easily findable resource that I've brought to you. So as for what you can expect, again, permanent results are not guaranteed, but they are possible, and essentially you might expect some similar side effects to laser treatments. So some redness, some swelling at the site, but that's all normal and it would resolve within probably a few hours. If it does not, then definitely that's something that you want to consult with a doctor about. However, you might also see some darkening of the hair follicles, and again, that's kind of normal and par for the course when it comes to this treatment, because you see those follicles start to push their way out as they detach from the walls in the pores. So yeah, they call that the IPL rebound effect. And the way that I see it, it's just like those follicles kind of growing out as you're shedding them from your pores. And yeah, it's a positive sign that you're responding to treatment. So it says also that, as far as how long treatments are, I was doing laser for a year and a half, and it was every 6 to 10 weeks, depending on where I was with the treatment cycle. And now with this IPL, it's saying anywhere from 3 to 8 treatments to see results. And usually by week 12 is when you notice the most significant difference in the remaining hair. And you can compare where you were then, where you are then versus where you started. So it looks like that 12-week point is a good point to set for. 3 months. That seems pretty reasonable, especially given, again, that year and a half timeline for my laser treatment that I just finished. So yeah, I did see also on their website that a recommended course of treatment for best results is for the first week to 4 weeks to treat 3 times a week, and for the next set of 4 weeks, so the second month, to treat twice a week, and after that to do it about twice a month. And if you stick to that schedule, then you should notice some pretty consistent good results where you don't have much hair coming back. So that's pretty exciting. We're going to see if it turns out that way. And yeah, another recommendation to get best results was to shave beforehand, to be close shaven. So I went ahead and did that, and we are going to go ahead and test it out in a little bit. And yeah, other things that they wanted me to talk about are just why I decided to work with them. And honestly, I think it is super cool that there's a company promoting their products specifically for trans women, and not only trying to benefit us in some very difficult parts of our transition, like hair removal and some things that might be difficult to access due to cost, but really making it easy to access and giving a guarantee of results. So if you're not happy by the time you get to that 90-day point, they do have the opportunity for you to send it back, and you can get a guaranteed, let's see. Oh, that was on the website, not there. So yeah, they have this guarantee that I saw, where are we here? 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can try your IPL handsets with a money-back guarantee. And that just means like you get to go ahead and give it a shot. If you find that it's not working out for you after you complete at least 6 treatments, then you can take photos of your treatment areas from before and after and send it over to KetchBeauty. And again, all this stuff is on their website, but it seems like they don't make it too difficult if you're not satisfied with your results to then get a refund for yourself. So yeah, I thought that was cool that they're just a really trans positive, trans inclusive company. They've worked with other trans social media personalities and people who have shared their journeys, people whose videos I've watched. So it was super cool when they reached out to me. I was like, oh wow, that's awesome. I kind of made it. Anyway, yeah, so KetchBeauty, super cool. They have a lot of really great stuff to say about the things that they want to do, and then go check out their website. They've got lots of other stuff. So I have an affiliate link here, and you can use that to go get to their website and get a discount code for buying these IPL handsets, and I will provide that all in the description below as well. And yeah, okay, so I just got this IPL handset plugged in. It's the Mx2 model, the Mx2 Pro actually, from KetchBeauty. And they also have the V4.1, but this is the one that I decided to test. It is the cheaper model of the two, and I thought maybe you guys might be able to appreciate saving a little more money. So anyway, I'm going to power this thing on, and it says the first thing that you're supposed to do is choose a test patch on the inside of your upper arm, and start from levels 1 to 3, flash the device once after about 2 hours. If you notice burns, sharp pain, or blistering, any other unlikely severe symptoms, discontinue and consult a doctor. So swelling and redness are common. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try out without the ice cold mode and with the ice cold mode just to see how they differ. You can hear the thing running, it's pretty loud. And you'll notice when I touch it to my skin, it starts to flash because it has a contact sensor so that it only flashes when you are holding it on your skin. So right now it's on just intensity level 1, and yeah, let's just go for it. Why not? Let's see. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That was just like a little warmth spreading through my arm. Yeah, I'm going to be testing it out on my armpits, so I think that's a pretty good indication of what that might feel like. I'm going to go ahead and turn on this ice cold mode, which is just this button right there. And you saw that little extra indicator turned on. So let's see what difference that makes, if any. Oh, it's chilly. It's like, whoa, the tip of the thing is really cold. Okay. Huh, interesting. I like that. So the front side gets really cold when you do that. So I've now used 2 of my 999,999 flashes with this bulb. And you can see it counts how many flashes you have remaining. It's a pretty cool little device. I'm gonna go ahead and power it off. But yeah, so I'm gonna come back in a couple hours and let you guys know how my arms are. Right now, everything looks okay. I don't really see any redness. But yeah, I did notice a little bit, like with that ice cold feature, because it was cold ahead of time, it was a bit warmer when I did the flash, but otherwise I think I kind of prefer that. Anyway, yeah, that was just level 1. I'm gonna come back in a couple hours and finish recording more of this video, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right. Okay, I'm back, and let me turn on this light so we can see. And my arm, I'm seeing no redness, so I think we are good to go. The instructions say to shave your armpits before you treat, so I did that. They also say to take a picture of your armpits, or not your armpits, but of the area that you're going to treat before you go ahead and treat it. So let's go ahead and just get a quick picture right there of what it looks like at baseline. Face the light. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing plugged in. And it's nice, they included a whole bunch of outlet plugs for different countries, different adapters. So that was really nice and thoughtful. And here we go, the thing is on, it's powered on. I'm gonna go ahead and try out one armpit using the not freezing cold setting. So let's see. It's flashing. Okay, not bad. So it says to treat each area 2 to 3 times at the time of your treatment. I think maybe I should go right in there. Am I on the button? Yeah. Okay. So let's go back over it. And this is the first time, so I will just stop there at 2 rounds for that. I'm gonna put the ice cold setting on, so got my little snowflake there. Oh, it's so cold. I don't know if I like that for my armpit. Oh, it's really cold. So you see, I'm pressing the button every time I go to do this. And you don't have to. There is an automatic setting. It says in the instructions how to get there, so I'm not going to go over that, but this is round 2. And also, of course, maybe stating the obvious, but do not look at the flash as you do this. But as said in the instructions, please heed that. It's very bright. Okay. So that was 2 treatments of the armpit on each side. Really, it was 2 rounds of 1 treatment. So the instructions say to do that kind of like every 3 days or so, or 3 times per week for the first 1 to 4 weeks. And from there, weeks 5 to 8, you can drop down to twice a week. And for after week 8, I think it was like once to twice a month for maintenance treatments as needed. And so, yeah, I think it was really easy to use. I'm going to keep updating you guys as I go, and we're going to see how this goes. Again, there's no redness right now, no discomfort of any sort. I was just doing this on the very first setting, so I'm going to move it up over time, and yeah, we're going to see how this goes.